Welcome, everybody, to the Big Bad Podcast. I am your host, questionable underscore games. Remember the underscore. That's very important. And I am here with my co-host, Trig the Villain.
Yo, Trick the Villain at
And,
Trick the Villain on all social media.
and I'm also here with our guest, Spade the Great.
Yo, what's up? If you follow me on at Spade the Great, just about anything as well. Twitch.tv/Spade the Great. So yeah.
Yep. And we are here to talk about a few things. So my first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, did you see that there's a new official PogChamp? Actually, there's an official PogChamp.
Official one.
Official.
Official.
It's the official PogChamp. They haven't changed it in a really long time. It is KomodoHype.
The freaking
Oh.
kimono dragon. Oh,
No,
I was
no
like,
way.
yo,
It
there's
can't
no
be
way that this
Are you
is.
serious?
It's KomodoHype.
That's actually.
If you type in PogChamp, it just comes up with KomodoHype. That's it.
So
Is
no
that
more
like a-
24-hour thing?
No, they've not changed it in a really long time. They've
So,
officially
is that like a-
changed it.
specific kimono somebody's dragon, or is that just like any kimono dragon just doing something?
It's I believe it's like a Komodo dragon that did it, and someone took a picture of it and they just made it into KomodoHype. But yeah, no,
Okay.
KomodoHype
Weird.
is official. We are done. We are done. We figured out the PogChamp. Finally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that KomodoHype is the official PogChamp of now 2021. We are done in
Wow.
which I honestly was
amazing.
super hyped about because didn't like any of the other PogChamps that were being
Yeah.
suggested. The other ones were
I
just
agree.
terrible. The other ones were just not good whatsoever. And just like changing the face in general, it just makes it easier if it's like some form of funny animal.
Yeah.
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 I agree.
And also, the direct happened the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got Pyra and Mithra, which was a very requested character, but I don't know. I was talking to Spade about it earlier, but Spade, what were your thoughts on Pyra and Mithra?
I mean, I didn't mind it. It was, I was not expecting it, but it was like when he said he was looking for Pyra like everywhere, I was like, she's gotta be in Smash. Like, there's no way about it. And plus, when they opened up like the Game Awards, like back in December, it was already like they start off with Smash already with Sephiroth. So I was like, okay, they're gonna start off with Smash first again. So I didn't mind her, and I like that she could change forms. It kind of reminds me of I wouldn't say like Zelda and Sheik, but you know, the idea that you could do more damage as like our fire form, or you could go to our other form and be more evasive, faster. You know, do more combos, more hits. So I like that feature. I think that's pretty nice.
I'm getting a Joker Arsene vibe from this. Not exactly Arsene Joker, but like the power shift in between of
Yeah.
what you can do with it.
I can see that.
I'm getting pure Sephiroth vibes, maybe Byleth vibes from this one right here. I don't think.
Yeah,
that-
I definitely see
I,
vibe.
I don't think they're gonna be anything groundbreaking, but definitely a fun character to play at least. I knew Pyra and Mithra were very highly requested characters above Rex from Xenoblade 2, and yeah, I'm hyped. I keep on saying this. I'm hyped. It's not a Pokemon because that's all I didn't want.
What's wrong with the Pokemon?
I told Spade this.
Pokemon.
So I bet my chat. If it's a Pokemon, I'll give it 5 subs.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He
So-
said that.
And because
Okay.
I was in disbelief that it was going to be a Pokemon, because everyone, like during the winter, everyone was like, "Oh, it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon for sure. It's going to be a Pokemon." And I'm like, "There's no way it's Pokemon. There's no way it's Pokemon."
I still want like Spyro, man. That's what I'm.
I want
that's
Spyro,
what I'm
too.
waiting for.
I wouldn't
want
mind Spyro either.
So bad. I would literally
Spade,
play
Who
that.
do you want?
I would play
Who do
that.
you want?
Personally, I really want Dante from Devil May Cry 3.
Ah,
That's
Dante.
my personal.
Everybody,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. I hear that. Yeah, everybody, yeah, likes Dante from that. Mm.
Yeah, so it's like that one. He was just wild. He was younger. He was crazy. Did all kinds of different styles. I can already see it. Like if he does down B, he goes into gunslinger or regular sword dance or whatever he could do. And he has so many things. Like even in Marvel's Capcom 3, he was the he was the only character in the game that had the most like moveset. He had like over 40 moves or something like that, or 20. It was ridiculous. So I was like, imagine if he was in Smash, he'll have like every answer for anything, which would be pretty wild. It's kind of like Hero. I mean, down B is like an answer to
Yeah,
everything.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, personally,
every
I
character has some
I would
cheese.
really want either Rayman, Sora, or I've been saying this more recently. I would want a TF2 character. TF2 character would be really fun.
Team Fortress?
Yes, Team Fortress.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that in so long.
I've been saying.
I can
this
see
more-
Rayman.
I've been saying this more recently. TF2 would be so fun. Scout or Soldier, that would be
Yeah.
lit.
I could see Scout. That'd be pretty hilarious.
I think Soldier would be like a meme character because they would just do hella knockback to itself.
You know what else I'm like feeling from this list? I'm feeling this Mario Golf right here, man. That's looking a little nice.
Speed golf. Let's go.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Speed Golf is pretty hype, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
That was like the
It's
only
looking a little
interesting thing from
nice.
the direct. Like once I was like, oh, it's Mario Golf. Oh no. And then I saw
Yeah.
Speed Golf and I saw them running around getting power ups and shit. I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks nice. I'm looking at it again. Yeah, this looks very nice. Again with the
I'm
Joy-Con.
curious. Do you think they're gonna add guest characters to that, or are they just gonna keep it straight Mario?
Maybe Link.
They should, yeah, they should add like Splatoon characters and Link. Yeah, you know,
They
stuff
can
like
do
that.
it.
You know I'm going Bowser, of course.
Speaking of
Definitely.
Splatoon, Splatoon 3, anybody?
Oh god,
Yo, I got a guy that likes Splatoon, so I guess I know he's pretty hyped for that Splatoon 3 because he plays that a lot. So yeah, I can see the hype in it. I can see the hype in it. There's a lot of people that play that and think
Yeah.
it's fun, and it's on every damn like Nintendo thing now. So it's gonna
I'm
be
just
hype.
not about it because like we already have a Splatoon game on the Switch, and
Yeah.
at the same time, again, me and Spade were just talking because we were talking for a little bit, and we were talking about how Splatoon's matchmaking kind of sucks. Like you can't like match with your
Like-
friends. You can't like
You can't play with like a party.
no. there's-
Yikes! That's a yikes for
Yeah,
me.
It's
you
really
can't
rough.
play with friends. You can't like make friends through like voice chat like any other shooter game and just go play with them and everything. But it's just
Yeesh.
it's just a sucky like it's a
It's-
sucky shooter game. It's terrible. It's a terrible
Like it's
shooter
taking
game.
like it's like one of those games that like it takes a step forward, but it takes a step back.
Yeah.
And obviously you use the Nintendo Online app to chat with people, but you want to play with your friends. It's
Yeah.
that type of thing. Is like once you queue up with your friends, they're on the opposite team, and it just messes up the whole like chemistry from there.
And yeah,
I don't know.
that's very very valid. I played Splatoon 1. I didn't get Splatoon 2, but Splatoon 1 I thought was an amazing game and had so much potential. And I was like, okay, there's a few problems with matchmaking and everything, but I'm sure they'll fix the kinks in Splatoon 2.
Wait, so was it the same in part one? I never played part one.
I never it was just basic matchmaking. Like you just queued up for a match and then you just played it. I think there's like a rank system now in Splatoon that you can play in.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But
They have like special events and
but
stuff.
other than that, it's very simplified matchmaking.
I do see
Or
why
did you
people
play
say that it's
Splatoon
early.
2?
Yeah, a little bit, a tiny bit. Like I didn't play the story. Like my guy always explains the story to me and how like they're like little kids or something and they have to. I don't know a lot about it, but I see him play a lot of like ranked online and stuff. So I think there is like a little ranked in there. So yeah,
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 there is. That
yeah.
one, I think you could queue up with a friend and do that.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you could queue up for that rank part of it. But I think it's like league mode or rank mode or something.
I can see why they would say it's a little like too early for this, but if there are problems in it that that like that is like might as well just knock it on to the next one. Like let's see what we can do, fix them up, make it better. Why not bring it out for this direct? So and it is in 2022, so that's a pretty far away. So we got some
Yeah,
time to go explore
Yeah,
between
I
two before
will
they.
say one thing about that. It is fair enough to make a part three. I mean, think about it. We
Yeah,
have the last one came out in 2017,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
It's good.
fair.
They're good. They're good. They're good. They're definitely good on that.
you're right. It is
On that.
fair. I just think that there were so many other like titles that deserved another game because a lot of
Mhm.
titles are just getting ported or remastered to the Switch and they're not being like delivered in any other way. I guess Splatoon is just an easier game for Nintendo to just make because they can just keep the matchmaking the same, keep a lot of the same elements of the game, and just basically chop it up, mix it up, and then make a new game. I guess it's just easier for them to do that than just make another Pikmin 4 or another this game or
Yeah.
but like at the same time like come on it's like
I feel you
it's
coming from. I
Splatoon.
feel you. Like it's tough. Like, dude, like the inner me was like, dude, we need like Metro Prime 4. Like, where's Bayonetta 3? Like, where's was it Shin Megami Tensei 4 or something like that? That's supposed to be coming out,
Yeah it's
or
Sheesh.
5? I don't even. I lost track now. But yeah.
even Mario Kart 9 you could chop up spit out and like
Whoa.
make
Oh,
an
I agree. I agree.
you
That
could
game is
make
like
Mario
8
Kart
years
9,
old.
that'll make me go crazy.
you
That'll make
don't
me
you
go
could
crazy.
chop up Mario Kart 8, put a few more courses in, keep all the old courses, put those in, make like a different like story mode, maybe a bunch of new characters and everything. People would buy that. People would buy it.
I agree.
Even for $60, people would buy it. Like that's
I
my
would definitely
reluctance
buy
to
it.
get Mario Kart 8 because I already own Mario Kart 8 on other like devices and everything, and I just don't want Mario Kart 8 anymore. I want the new title. I don't want to
Wanna
get
see
the
more
same title every single year. It's not It's not like I'm buying a Call of Duty game. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get what you're coming from because it's like, dude, that's what I said before. I was like, the Wii U is basically a redo. I mean, that's what the Switch is, I should say. The Switch is a redo of the Wii U,
Yeah.
and like everything's being ported over. And I feel like because the Switch, the way it is, it doesn't have a true identity of itself because of that. Because everything is just being ported over. Versus like when we first heard of the Switch, we was like, okay, we're getting like Mario Odyssey, we're getting like, obviously Breath of the Wild, even though it's already on the Wii U. But it's still like I feel like the Switch doesn't have its identity still because of that.
I think the Switch's identity is in the experience of like how you play the game, because there is of course the Wii, and it does have the little
Tablet. Oh,
the
the Wii
yeah,
remote.
yeah, the remote with the other handheld thing. That was something
Nunchucks.
new, but like
Yeah.
and I think it has like its own like identity, especially like bringing that like making that mobile, being able to use your little Joy Cons to play a Zelda game that you wouldn't be able to play before with just some little A/B buttons and analog stick. So I think it has like I think its appearance is here, but its games that it needs to bring out is not ready yet.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like that,
Yeah.
the identity for their like exclusives, I feel like is not there because I feel like they just like, all right, this is a deluxe version of this. This is a definitive version of this Wii U title, or HD of Skyward Sword. It's stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
Yeah.
not in
okay,
HD. It was
yeah.
already in HD. It was
So,
already in HD. HD means nothing. I completely agree with you, Spade. I think the Switch has a pure identity crisis right now. I think it doesn't like differentiate itself enough with like the Wii and the Wii U and like with titles, essentially, I think a lot of the titles are very based, and like we have Ultimate, we have like Odyssey, we have Legend of Zelda, but then there's just any other game that you're getting on the Wii U, or you get from the Wii, or you get like all of these virtual consoles. And I feel like Nintendo just needs to start making new games and not just keep on remastering and bring all the old games from those consoles back up.
Okay,
It's
I can
really
see
kind
that.
of
I can
sad
see
in a
that.
way.
If there's one
It's
title
sad.
that really
It's
stand
sad.
out the most is Animal Crossing. Obviously,
Animal
that game,
Crossing,
that's a huge game for the Switch. Obviously, so
ever
we can always
changing.
look at that. Yes, never changing. The formula, I would say the only thing, my only like feedback about Animal Crossing that it's too uh old school for me. And I'm the only reason why I say that, like I feel like they need more quality of life features. Like when you buy something, like let's say if you buy a ball or buy a fishing rod or whatever, you can only buy it one time. You gotta hear the same like sounds, the same text over and over, then you buy it. Versus like Pokemon, you could just be like, all right, I just want to buy 15 Pokeballs. Okay, that's it. All right, done. Like, does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to get at.
No, I
What
do,
is it
and
like
I also
animation for it?
I would also say the other problem with Animal Crossing is it's very limiting. It's very limiting. Like
Yeah,
it's like I would want like access to more things and more end game material for Animal Crossing, and not just have to build an island, and like I want to do more things on Animal
yeah.
Crossing.
Yeah. But like, what more can you do? Like, that's like, that's like asking The Sims to be an action fighter.
Yeah.
What more can you do in there
I
besides,
mean,
live life with the animals?
I mean, yes, I do see your point, but at the same time, Sims does. If we're
Sims get crazy. Sims
if
get
if we're
crazy.
comparing it to The Sims, Sims does do that. They offer DLC content all the time, and you get all these new items and like all these new just things that you can do in The Sims. Like, yes, they're nothing crazy like, oh, adding like an expansion pass where you can, like, I don't know, get a new island or something. But like
Yeah.
Nintendo could totally profit off of
That'd
that
be
sort of
cool.
stuff. Yeah, I
That'd be
Yeah.
mean,
cool. That'd be cool.
getting another island through an expansion
cool.
pass, that would be
Oh, I
insane.
wouldn't mind that. That'd be nice though, and you could just fly to your second island or
Yeah,
something.
that would be
That'd be pretty cool.
amazing.
I
Buy a
do.
second island.
I think another cool feature for Animal Crossing is if you could, let's say, I'm not sure if you guys ever play multiplayer when people join your islands and it takes forever in a day, but it'd be really cool if everyone could get in the same plane and just fly to your island and just call it a day.
Yeah. I wish we could
That would
take
save so much
Bikini
time.
Bottom and push it somewhere else.
And push it
Literally.
somewhere else.
Push it somewhere else. All right. Well, yeah, Direct was kind of like meh for the most part, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys thought.
It was-
Ending
it was
thoughts for
eh.
the Direct.
It was just like,
I'm glad it was more than 30 minutes, and
I'm glad we got
50 minutes as well.
another Link game, like a freaking 30th Link game in a row.
I also overheard that there actually will be adding Twilight Princess and Wind Waker to the Switch eventually. So
Also,
That's
I will
fine.
be getting that Fall Guys for the Switch, maybe.
I do want Twilight Princess,
yes.
but yeah, Fall
If you have
Guys,
to pay for it,
yeah.
no. If you have to pay for it, no, I'm not getting it. If I
Well,
can
you
just
have
like
to
read down the.
Yeah, I mean.
All right,
you
you probably gonna have to pay for it. So nope, not getting it.
do.
Got it for my PlayStation when it was free. You got me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, Fall Guys would cost like $20 or so.
Do you think it's gonna
Yeah.
run well with like all those players on Fall Guys for the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Probably not gonna be no
I
party
did,
like
I did
option.
also hear that Nintendo is actually updating its servers that they've had since the 3DS era.
I heard it was since the DS era, like it was 20 years
was it
ago.
The DS era?
Yeah, they said
Oh,
2
wow.
decades. So yeah, that's like the DS.
Okay.
We're talking like Metroid Prime. But which Metroid was on the regular DS? I don't remember, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big Metroid player, but yeah, I think That's insane. That's insane that they've had servers like that for such a long time.
Damn.
There was also the incident that happened like a few weeks ago
Which is great.
with the Wall Street investors losing all that money for shorting GameStop, and then the subreddit Wall Street Bets actually invested in GameStop, raising the share per stock from about $40 to around like over $300. And that actually caused a major outcry across like mainstream media and any form of media. There was a lot of like sites like Robinhood that are mainly used for investments and into certain companies' stock. They actually took it down from their website or from their app, so people couldn't invest in them anymore, because a lot of the Wall Street investors were actually just getting really upset at everyone, and like,
Oh man.
it got their subreddit shut down. They got like so much happened within that period of time, and the funniest part about all of this is that there were even some celebrities that were like expressing their gratitude towards like the people at the Wall Street Bets, because I saw a tweet from AOC, I saw a tweet from Elon Musk, I saw like like AOC was like, I remember she was saying that investors for generations have always been betting on the stock market like they do in a casino, and once they get outplayed in their own game, they get upset.
Yeah. I'm so used to winning, and then just like
it was
boom.
something along that lines. I couldn't remember the exact tweet, but that's essentially what she said. It was so funny. And then Elon Musk was like complimenting like them and like saying, "Oh, who's next? Who's next? Who's next?"
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
can only imagine.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. The GameStop situation was really out of control. Now it's like simmered down and it's all down to like $40 or $50 a share again. But it was I think it makes a big statement to these Wall Street investors who just think who just spend all their time just like investing in stocks and shares, and shows them like, oh, we could play this market too. We're not like the only, you're not like the only people who can do this. And yeah.
That's what happens when the world works together. It just boom.
Yeah.
That was a wild like event to happen.
No, it
Yeah,
was
man,
insane.
that thing was everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was actually
That thing was everywhere. That thing was like on the like freaking news, and I was like, bro, what's like really happening? I didn't really understand. Like, Questionable had to like break it down to me himself. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't even know, man.
Yeah, so if you don't understand what it is, essentially what the investors were doing is they're doing a tactic called shorting, and essentially what it means is they're selling their stocks early, so essentially the stock price goes down, and they're essentially betting for the company to fail, while
Yeah.
other people were buying stock and betting for the company to succeed, thus losing the Wall Street investors' money in the long run. So,
and then when it starts to get good, everything is. I tried to put in money back.
Yeah, essentially. But yeah, no, it's kind of insane that like people were just able to do this within like overnight. Like it essentially happened overnight. But yeah, that was pretty good. So our last topic today, we were talking about esports, and like we wanted to talk about how like where it is, what's going on in the esports realm, and essentially we were just talking about, we wanted to talk about like just where it is today. I brought up a few like mentions for esports more recently, and I wanted to talk about like these key figures, and essentially I wanted to talk about like Overwatch versus like a Smash Bros, and a Valorant versus like a CS:GO, and I think the main problem with like both of these scenarios is that one, for Overwatch standpoint, we have a company, Blizzard, that spends so much money every year investing in this esport franchise, but they never can get like a full ground running with their esports game because it's just I think that's mainly because they're very um they're basically trying to beat a dead horse in some instances. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they're not offering enough for their players or to make it like a good enough title because they haven't released a character in a very long time and they're just waiting till Overwatch 2 comes out. So I think maybe when Overwatch 2 comes out, it could change the tide of things, but
It's gonna bring it back up.
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna bring it
we
back
got a
up.
whole bunch of like new games coming out. Like, all right, like think about it, like Valorant has been around for like a little bit, and yo, there's a $50,000 tournament going on
yeah.
right now for
That's
freaking North
wild.
America, just North America and stuff. And
Jeez.
that thing is just like they're going so crazy in it. Like you gotta think about like the first esports that ever happened ever was like in the '70s. Like literally in the '70s, between like a couple college kids that got together. What game did they play? Yeah, it was called Space War. They played the little Space War game. The game like on a circular computer that you can barely see. It's like two players, like basically like Pong to a certain
Okay.
extent. So, but like that from seeing it like that get to like TV now. It's on ES. You can go to ESPN and see like League of Legends and stuff on ESPN. You're like, what the heck is this really happening? Like, yes, they're fighting for millions of dollars. This is a sport. They're sweating on stage in front of
Yeah.
thousands of people. I'm like, yo, this
True.
is amazing.
hmm
Just to see where it came from is going crazy. It's definitely going crazy with the esports right now.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like comparing it to, I wanted to, and yeah, Valorant is very popular right now, and I think it really goes to show you how much a company can do within an esports scene, like how much company involvement actually helps an esports scene. Like for
Yeah.
Overwatch, it keeping it alive. Smash Bros, sort of like it's sort of dying in a sense.
Yeah.
It's not dead right now. It's like a whole bunch of caution tape right now going on. Everybody's like, "Hey man, I don't know." We just poking at it like, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't know if it's good over here. This who put this up? Like, was this put up a month ago, a year ago? But like in terms of Smash, you know what happened with Melee and all that stuff. We're not even gonna talk about that. We talked about that
Yeah.
before. But like in terms of like Ultimate, they can if Nintendo put their time into Smash Ultimate and make a legit esport, that would be one of the most biggest things that they can do. And I can see why they, of course, don't do it. But that esports section right there, that would be beautiful. That would be
I,
beautiful
I
for everybody.
remember
Put some more
me
money
and
in everybody's pocket for playing Smash.
yeah. I remember when me and Quest was talking about that earlier, like how when they first announced the Switch, it was the end, like that towards the end of the video, they had like a whole bunch of like esports teams planning out their attacks on Splatoon 2. And we was like, okay, so they're gonna take esports a little serious this time, and let's see where they go from there. I mean, we all see what happened to Splatoon 2. I mean, you can only see esports event if like they do like an invitational tournament, like around
Yeah.
E3 or something.
Yeah.
And Arms, I know, rest in peace to
Oh
that game.
God, that thing failed, man. They put their time into that for that thing to drop. I'm like, bro, you really put all their time into Arms. It was dying off, and I seen the tournament for it. It was all
Yeah,
right. It was already looking, but it was like over Smash though. Over
yeah,
Super Smash
Yeah,
Brothers
what about the
Ultimate.
$10 for Splatoon tournament that Nintendo put in? That
Wait,
wasn't even
what?
paid.
They put
No,
$10 into the Splatoon tournament?
yeah, the one where the teams wrote hashtag free melee. Nintendo only dropped like $10 to the winner of that tournament.
Oh my god, dude. I think he did.
That's horrible.
Got him.
Oh man, I feel bad for
Got him.
them.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah.
Got him.
Then the Splatoon tournament went to a different tournament, and there was like I think it was like $1,000 tournament instead, and it was much better.
That's good.
So
It's
those
$10.
Splatoon teams.
That's tough.
Imagine an opening a Nintendo check and it's $10. You're like, like,
Well, the
Jesus.
team that won never got paid.
Oh,
Double got him. Double got him.
damn, that sucks.
That's what I
it's-
heard. I heard that
it's
they
rough,
never got
man.
paid.
What
Yeah.
can you do?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Jeez.
surprised. I mean, I still don't think we should got. Man, it's tough.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, man.
you know what? I've been saying this
What's
for
the matter?
quite a while. I am really happy with Riot recently because I think Riot is actually making it seem like the esports scene a very like in everyone's face. I think Riot is
Bro.
the one company that actually will be able to improve the esports industry for
Riot's
every
doing their
single
thing,
genre
man.
out there because they've
I
been doing it
agree.
with Valorant. Now they have a upcoming game called Project L, which is a fighting game, a simplified fighting
Oh
game.
yeah, there was a Riot
Yeah.
fighting game coming out. Oh my god, yo, they're literally snapping. Yo, all right, shout out to Riot because Riot is actually like doing a very good job. Like, all right, I don't like playing League myself, but I like how it looks and I like how I like everything about it except for how it plays. I can't do it. It's not for me. But like everything about that is literally just amazing, and like the patches they put into it and able to keep up with all their champions and like have the stats up and down for it, and then still have Valorant over here having patch notes and being a new game and still having these giant tournaments and being so legit and good. This is the example of like a company, and they're free to play.
Yep,
They're
exactly.
freaking free to play. They get you with the money if you want to your character when you're winning, just to have some cool stuff on it and all that. But like it's free to play, and they get their money the right way. Like if you want to spend your money, you go ahead. But if you don't, you're still playing. Like it's a good game and it's a good company. And you're doing good in it. So
I
they
agree.
got my legitness for esports all around. I think Riot is just doing perfect.
Yeah,
I think they're doing good.
I agree.
Even have like 9 teams, just have like nine freaking esports team with like 5 people on them, and still like support them, their families and stuff, streaming, and still be able to pay them out good amount of money while getting money yourself. Yeah, you got it. You did it for me. Good job, Riot.
Yeah, it's the one thing about those type of games or companies, well, just the game itself, is that because of how popular it is, it's hard for you to get a come up from it. Like if you're just starting out, it's really tough to like
Oh
even
yeah,
get
you
into
definitely gonna have to
esports.
go ham. You definitely gonna have to
Yeah,
like that's what I say for like anybody. Like legitimately, like there's people out there like, nah, I don't want to try because I'm not the best. Like yo, literally, who you think these people have to climb through? They climb through the people that's actually like trying and stuff. Like yeah, there's gonna be FaZe Clan and stuff and Team Liquid and stuff, but like they're fighting people like you and me that like legitimately get people together and start training and play, and they play against them and they do good against them. Like that's why people like yeah, blah blah. Like you're definitely going to have to put the time in and train and get good at the game
Well, that's
if
what
you're going to want to compete. You're definitely going to do that, but like don't down talk it and say like you can't do it. Just try it at
right,
least.
exactly.
Overwatch is actually trying to change that more recently with the inclusion of their. They have a system where they have a minor league and they have a major league. So they're
Oh.
Okay.
trying to create it more like a sports sort of thing.
Smurfs.
Yeah. So and they force every team that joins the league, like there's still like there's an optic team, there's not a phase team, but they force every one of those teams
Surprised.
to actually choose a city they're representing. Choose a city
Okay.
where they're going to represent. So, and then they brand their logos off of that and everything, which is actually a really good strategy on their part because it sort of standardizes a lot of these teams. So, but at the same time, it's really expensive. It's really, really, really expensive to join Overwatch League, and not a lot of teams or companies want to do it. Not a lot of teams want to put that price point. I know, for example, FaZe Clan
Yeah.
said themselves that they didn't want an Overwatch team just because of the price of it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
'Cause
I
you're definitely gonna
imagine.
have to like give equipment, like good equipment, good team members that actually want to play legitimately. Get your times in with them. And, like if you have the time and patience to actually do that type of stuff, I don't see why anybody wouldn't be able to do it. Given the years you might need, depending on somebody like playing for 10 years. I know those guys been playing for 10+ years, but you can train
Hmm.
for it. You can get good at it, especially if you like playing the game. It's fun. Why not?
That's true.
yeah,
Why not?
definitely.
Especially streamers.
Yeah.
Streamers.
I think I'm looking forward to. I'm looking really forward to Project L. It's actually being developed by the same people who made another very successful fighting game. I think it's still out on Steam that you can still get it. It's called Rising Thunder. So
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so it's being made by the exact same people who made that game. It's very simple. There's like cooldowns for moves, kind of similar to how a League was, but the problem with the game is the IPs weren't there. Like where they were just random robot characters. So it's way better because now a Project L is actually having like League characters. They have the IPs now to actually standardize these characters. So even though it's not a typical platform fighter like Smash, this type of game seems like it's on the forefront of a lot of fighting games, and a lot of fighting games should be probably pretty scared of this game coming out because it might actually do very well, and it again
Okay.
could be free to play with cosmetics and everything.
I
It
will
most likely
mention.
is.
I will mention one thing as well. One of the developers that's working on that game, he was one of the creators of GGPO, which is a rollback connection that you see on like games like Guilty Gear that's coming out, Guilty
Oh.
Gear Strive. So he's one of the pioneers of that. He's also in that same video too as one of the developers for that game, and he's actually making a fighting game for this as well, which is
Oh.
pretty awesome. Which is Project L. He's like that rollback goes all the way back to like Killer Instinct, which was the one in 2013, Street Fighter 3 Online Edition, Skullgirls. There's a whole bunch of games that have rollback connection, and you're seeing it now. Like even with this beta
Oh.
that's going on right now, that the rollback is amazing. This is
All
like
right.
the future. So
So basically, when I'm seeing this GTPO, like rollback, is basically the guys that like get the fighting, like once the fighting game is done and complete and stuff, they put it together so that network connections and like all the frames and stuff get put together perfect and everything is on point. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like
Didn't know about
instead
this.
of like let's say if I play a match against Quest and I'm the host, I'll have a better advantage and the delay would be kind of off.
Yeah.
Versus a
Yeah. Yeah.
GDPO, it'll be a server that's connecting us both,
Mm.
and it makes like the rollback better. So instead of him teleporting all over the place, it'll actually show him doing like a Hadouken or whatever.
Okay.
So
Yo,
the best way to experience it is Guilty Gear Strive, which is the beta's out right now.
yeah,
So
and that's usually my typical argument between client side versus server side. Yeah, the doing things server based is typically better because you're not having those like stuttering throughout like everywhere. That's why a lot of shooters run into some problems with that. Like earlier shooters, when a lot of shooters were more client side, and you could like just walk like all the way over there, but the server told everyone else you were like right over here, but it was
yeah.
trying to improve your gameplay experience. So it was like, nah, you just walked over there. You're good. You could shoot that guy.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it's literally what's going on now. It's this is the future, and like I hope other fighting games do this well with it going forward. I'm seeing people playing Guilty Gear Strive right now, and they're playing against people in Japan with
oh,
like well, like a 3 to 4 frame delay, and it said it's just as good as offline. That's how good it is. And I'm
That's
like, that's pretty wild.
that is pretty wild.
So
That is for sure. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this concludes the end of our podcast. Thank you so much for watching the Big Bag Podcast, everybody. Really appreciate it. I think this is episode 2. Yeah, I believe it's
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Word.
all right.
We'll definitely work on episode 3. Thank you so much, Spade DeGreat, for coming onto the podcast, joining us. I really appreciate you, dude. If you want to shout out anything, you feel free.
It's well, other than my channel, that's it really. Thanks to everybody that's been supporting me, and thank you for having me on this platform to speak and voice my opinion on the direct and esports and a little bit of the GameStop stock situation. I don't really know much about it, but
Yeah, it's just something.
I understand it now because of you guys. So
Sure.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on, Spade. Really nice having you here. And Trig, you have anything to say?
Nah, not too much. Check out villaincorporation.com. We got the new shirts out right here.
Oh,
nice.
lit.
Yes. That's it. At Trick the Villainary Warehouse.
Nice. I am your host, Questionable, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
See ya.